Hello and welcome to Factoring Polynomials Part 2. So we're gonna talk about the difference of squares. Alright, so there's some language here and there's a pattern that's going on. I want to draw your attention to x to the a minus b. So in the graphic organizer we have a squared minus b squared. So a squared minus b squared is going to factor out very specifically to a plus b times a minus b. And I'll show you why. If we distribute the a's, we get a squared, a minus b, ab, plus ab minus b squared. Those go away, leaving us with a squared minus b squared. So that's the formula where x and b are squares, or where a squared and b squared, okay? So if we have x squared minus 64, that factors very specifically into x plus 8 times x minus 8. If we have 18 m squared n minus 2 n to the third. Now right now we don't have any squares to work with, so we got to look backwards and start at our greatest common factor. So I'm going to pull out a 2. So that gives me 2 times 9m squared n minus n to the third. Still don't have a square in that last term. So I'm going to pull out an n. So I got 2n times 9m squared minus n squared. There we go. We can work with this. We got 2n times 3, because 9 squared is 3, times m plus, or 3 squared is 9. The square root of 9 is 3 is what I meant to say. So 3m plus n times 3m minus n. And that is our answer. Okay, let's look at some examples. Right away, I'm looking at x squared minus 25y squared. And I'm going to pull out, I can't pull out a GCF, so I'm just going to factor it very simply into x minus 5y times x plus 5y. Can't do this one. Why can't I do it? Think about it. It's got a plus sign. Doesn't fit the pattern. Can't do it. Can pull out a GCF. 2 times x squared plus 25y squared. But that's as far as we can go. Okay. So then let's look at 4x squared minus 25y squared. Cannot pull out a GCF. There is no common factors between 4 and 25 except 1. So we're going to have to break those up into their squares. So we got 2x plus 5y times 2x minus 5y. And then u squared minus v squared, very simply, u plus v, u minus v. Okay? Stay tuned for part 3, where we talk about factoring trinomials. We're going to talk about what happens when our a term is 1, and what happens when our a term is greater than 1. So, yeah, stay tuned.